From the headlines that move us
to the plays on the fields and the people making a difference.
It's news, sports, and stories that keep our communities alive.
This is the Heartbeat of Tampa Bay.
I'm Christopher Ingram.
And I'm Sarina Fazan. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone.
Hello, Sarina.
Hello, Christopher. Look, we're both in our black
We are
and
both
white
in
today.
black. I'm always in black.
But look, you have a little white trim.
We do kind of match, and we did not call each other.
I know.
Okay, first of all, we have a couple of great guests that we had on this week, and so people can watch for our other segments. We had
Bridget Bello, of course, was
Bello,
on.
who we just love. Bridget has her new company, The Executive Collective, that she talks about on the show here today.
The name itself.
It's awesome, isn't it? Just rolls off the tongue.
And then one of my most favorite organizations, Hope Services, Erica Leonard. What a beautiful person as well.
Which you were personally involved in that organization.
Yes, definitely involved in that organization, and I would love for other businesses to also get involved. It's a win-win.
It really is. So people need to tune in to other episodes of Heartbeat of Tampa Bay to catch those. And then we also have Amber Euler, who is our new arts and entertainment correspondent. And of course, she is Mrs. Universe through the end of this year, or sometime toward the end of this year. And she has a big new announcement that she makes on the show. You have to tune in to figure out what that is.
I know, it's so fun. And she also brought these things.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we talked about those on the show. I'm still a little bit perplexed by what do they call them?
What do we call them, Alessia? Squishy
dumpling.
The squishy dumpling. Oh, yeah, that's
Alessia
right.
knows.
Oh yes, and I thought it was food.
Alessia wanted one, so have fun with that. I didn't want that melting all over my car.
Right. Yeah. And also thanks to Alessia, our wonderful
production assistant.
Yeah, production assistant, and she is so much more. We're starting a new thing.
A new thing, occasional new thing that we're going to do on the show.
Yes, hot takes and one has to go. It's like
hot takes and one has to go.
Yes.
So we're going to start with the hot takes, right? Mm-hmm. So you explain that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll explain the one has to go. They're going to be fun, so tune in, stay tuned.
So because did you know one of my deepest wishes is to be a game show host?
Game show host.
Did you know that? So, look, I'm even
Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Love is Right with Sarina Fazan.
And you got it.
I know how much you love love.
Hey, it has to do with love and a game show. It honestly has been. And look at me. I'm just like laughing and laughing because wouldn't it be so amazing?
It would be really fun.
If it came true.
Could I be your co-host?
Oh my gosh.
Not just your sidekick like that does the announcement like Johnny on.
All
right.
There's nobody else.
All right, let's do it.
All right, okay. Throw it out in the universe, you never know.
Okay, so tell us what Hot Takes is all about.
Well, so Hot Takes is about, I'm in charge of one has to go.
Oh.
You're in charge of Hot Takes. You silly goose.
And we've got it right up there. The order is right there.
You silly goose.
I struggle with new concepts.
Okay,
Have you figured that out?
So I'll start with mine. One has to go is that there's a list of 4 things, game options, and we have to choose
which one we would boot. Okay.
Now, what's Hot Takes?
Well, I'll get to that when we get done with one has to go.
Oh, but are we starting with this right now?
Yeah, we're gonna start with yours.
We are?
Yeah.
Well, but are we going to talk about
mine's Hot Takes. Yeah, it's supposed to be
first.
So Hot Takes is.
But even before we talk about
I swear I'm not on drugs.
He just has me laughing so hard today. We also have a news story that we're going to discuss.
Yes, we do. Oh yeah, we should probably do that first.
Yeah,
huh?
like Christopher, are you okay?
It's kind of warm in here.
Did you get enough sleep?
I did not. Actually, that's a good question. I did not. I woke up about 2:30 last night. Could not get back to sleep the rest of the night.
Okay, because maybe that explains some of the behavior.
I feel a little delirious.
I would typically say you've had like too much cherry Coke Zero or something like
But I haven't had even one today.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have. We'll explain the hot takes in a minute. We have one big political story here in Tampa Bay, and of course, you are Switzerland. You don't like to take sides, and you like to see the good in everything and everyone, which is why I love you. It's why everybody loves you. But on the other hand, my fan club list is like one hand you can count on. Yours is like thousands and thousands. And I love politics. Huge story. Andrew Gillum, the 2018 Democrat nominee for governor of the state of Florida, who is now the twice found to be troubled. He was in a bigger story a few years ago, about 6 years ago, and then in trouble with the law, did not result in charges. We'll explain that in a minute. But he just found himself in trouble with the law in Alabama, where he was pulled over for erratic driving, And the police in Alabama searched his car. They found 3 marijuana joints, drug paraphernalia, and I think they said about 3 grams of methamphetamines.
Yes.
So Andrew, who was about 30,000 votes shy of becoming Florida's governor in the race in 2018 against Ron DeSantis, has found himself in trouble with the law a lot.
And you know, what do I always say? I always say, when you are a public figure, you know, there is a higher standard, right? For sure. I mean,
expectation it's certainly
you're
higher.
right.
Yeah.
Expectation. I think that's a much better word. Expectation. But if you look at, so I mean, he has come out publicly in the past, not about what just happened,
Right.
but in the past he has come out and he has said that he has struggled from depression, from he did say alcohol abuse too,
addiction,
addiction, didn't he, Christopher? So I mean, that's sad, that's happening. He's also a father, has 3 children, married.
He is, I don't know him personally, he is seemingly a very nice person. I mean, he comes across as very kind. I don't like his politics at all. But he's found himself in now a second big predicament. The first one was just a PR nightmare for him and to some extent for the Democrats in Florida who came so close to electing him. The previous encounter, they found him passed out in a hotel room, naked, with a gay man who was allegedly a prostitute, and they found all sorts of drugs in the room. They investigated. They chose not to prosecute because the police, through their investigation, couldn't determine which individual that had been in the room that the drugs belonged to. So he faced no charges, but it was just a huge PR nightmare. And I do feel for him. As a public figure, you're a public figure, we all are very cognizant and aware that if we screw up, it could end up on the front page of at least the B section of what used to be the newspaper. So I do have empathy for him in that this is also public.
And so many details that, if you want to keep private may come out. After that happened, he and his wife, he went on a show and because there was a lot of talk, he said, I identify myself as a bisexual male, and so, but all those personal details that
came out,
but typically people don't have to know all the details of your life, but when you're a public figure, oftentimes,
it's going to come out.
It's going to come out. Yeah. And if you take a look at his history, everything, he did so much. He was the mayor of Tallahassee, of course, and he did so much. He brought so many charities together. He's done a lot of good. As well, and probably why that election was so close. Because of all the good things that he's done as well. But
he's kind of a disaster. You feel sorry for him. I do. I feel sorry. I have empathy for him. So that's a big, huge political story. I read that in TMZ. I don't know if it was reported first somewhere else, but pretty much anytime. If you're a public figure and you see your name on TMZ, it's not going to be a good day.
No.
Our mutual friend Mike Deason, local former investigative journalist, I used to introduce him at various functions, and I always would say, it's going to be a bad day if Mike Deason's knocking on your door at 8 a.m. with a video cameraman standing behind him. Same thing, if TMZ, your name's in TMZ, it's not good.
Right.
So anyhow, our thoughts for Andrew Gillum. Okay, so now we're going to move on back to our new little segments here.
Yeah, thanks to Alessia.
Thanks to Alessia.
And so on a much lighter note, these are on a much lighter note, although one has to go, could get a little heated.
All right, well, we'll see.
Warning.
And then we've got the hot takes too, and I guess we're going to do the hot takes first?
Yeah, so explain hot takes.
Hot takes, I'm just going to ask you a simple question, and we're going to get your take on it, and I'm going to give you my take on it too.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah, all right, so the first one in no particular order. Oh, this is a good question.
Ooh.
Thank you, Alessia. This is a good question.
Okay.
Is Tampa the new Miami?
Listen, I am, you have told me, right? You even said that I can't even believe I'm saying this out loud, run for mayor of Tampa.
Run for mayor of Tampa.
I love Tampa. Tampa has always been far superior than Miami in my eyes.
All right, well, I like your answer because I'm going to be a lot more brutal on not Tampa, but Miami. Miami, to me, is a cesspool. I cannot stand Miami. I'm a Florida native. I grew up in Naples, used to go to Dolphins games every year.
You love the Dolphins.
My cousins used to live in Miami. I'm very familiar with Miami. I have never in my life been to Miami, and I've probably been there 25 times. I have never in my life gone to Miami and had like a spectacular time.
Really?
And I find that the people are rude. Aww. I find so many that refuse to speak the language, even though they can, but they just don't, because I don't like Miami. I don't like the snobbery element of it, if that's even a word. But you know, like Miami Beach and South Beach and all that, like it just ain't my thing. Like there is a restaurant in Tampa, I won't mention it, my friends know, but there is a restaurant in Tampa near International Mall as you approach International Mall on the south side of International Mall, and it rhymes with rhyme. And I hate it. I hate it because it reminds me of Miami.
Okay, wait, you know what? So, do you remember when one of our very first shows and you said, I will never go Black Friday shopping, ever, ever, ever.
Yeah.
And then you found yourself Black Friday shopping with me?
The next day with you.
With me. You are going to change your mind about that restaurant, Mr. Christopher Ingram.
Are you paying?
Yeah, I'm paying. I'm taking you, and we're going to... And you're going to have a new, you're going to embrace it.
All right. The evidence is here. Are we going to the Bucks game that you were going to take me to next year on the same day? I don't forget, Sarina.
But you know what? Wow, you had some harsh words about Miami.
And you know what I think about Tampa, too, with its current and previous leadership.
Okay, we cannot get into the roads. We won't get into the roads.
The roads in Tampa suck. That's why I moved to St. Pete this year.
Because that leads into a whole other thing.
I know. I'll just go on a tangent.
So I love Tampa, but I also like Miami.
Okay, well,
but you've made your.
Let's give them a scale.
Okay.
If Tampa, the very best is a 10, the very worst is 0. What would you assign Tampa?
I would give Tampa a 10.
What would you give Miami?
Maybe a 7.
Ooh,
or a 6.
Damn, that's pretty rough for Switzerland.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, all right, next question.
Okay. But 10 is the best, right? Yeah.
10 is the best, yeah.
I guess.
Just checking. The mayor's calling you up. What did you say? I'm gonna make this a 2-point question. Okay. Alessia wrote it as one question. Which Tampa attraction is worth the hype? And then also, I'm gonna make it 2 questions. Which Tampa attraction is not worth the hype?
Okay, which Tampa attraction is worth the hype? Which Tampa attraction? So that doesn't count like sports venues or anything like that.
It could be anything.
Oh, really?
I mean, it could be your house.
Okay, I think a Bucks game is definitely worth
the hype.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Going to a Bucks game is worth the hype.
Going to a game. I just I love sports.
Right. Particularly football. We both love football.
And what was the other one?
Which Tampa attraction is not worth the hype? And it could be. We should say Tampa St. Pete.
Yeah.
I have to represent my community. The better side of the bay, St. Petersburg.
Is not but if I keep it sports, then I would say the Rays. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Not worth the hype. The Rays, because of the stadium. The location, the facility itself.
Facility. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I know baseball, but yeah.
So you're going to get me started on another tangent. Now I'm going to have to start ranting about the Rays baseball stadium, which should not be publicly funded. Okay, so now it's my turn. Which Tampa attraction is not worth the hype? I will have to say, and I hate to say this, because I used to love it there, but Busch Gardens, in my opinion, is a dump.
Okay.
It is an absolute dump. I used to like to go there. I used to have annual passes, would take my kids there multiple times a year. And the last 5, 6, 7 times I've been over the course of the last 3 years, I don't go nearly as much anymore because my kids are older. I've let my pass expire and then renewed it the next year. And every time I go there, it's worse. The facilities are run down. The rides are not running, or they only have half the trains running, so the lines are longer. The employees are rude. They don't seem very well trained. They look unkempt. And I'm not a big crazy Disney fan, but like if Disney is on a scale of 0 to 100, if Disney is probably like a 95 in terms of like theme park attraction, I'd give Busch Gardens a 42.
Wow.
It's a dump.
Yikes.
I guess we're not going to have any Busch Gardens people on the show anytime soon. Unless they want to come and explain why the place is such a dump.
Yeah, well, they might want to,
And it's overpriced.
Oh my gosh. Well, wow, these are really. See how we're both wearing black and white? I see gray. Christopher, I think it's either
black or white.
Black or white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Phrasing Michael Jackson.
Okay, so my other one, I have to say,
But-
what Tampa attraction is worth
the
the hype? You know, I would have to say our beaches here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And whether you like Clearwater Beach with, you know, its great size and all of the different activities, you know, kind of touristy things that
Yeah.
you can do there, which is not everyone's cup of tea, or whether it's Honeymoon Island or Indian Rocks, Fort DeSoto, every one of those beaches kind of has its own unique flair and character. And I think they're all fantastic.
Me
They're
too.
all fantastic.
And I was thinking about that, honestly, because I was thinking, what is worth the hype? You know, because you're put on the spot sometimes and you got to answer it.
Right.
But after, of course, I love going to the Bucks games, and I think that they're fantastic. But I would agree. I would say the beaches for sure, 100%. Like, I mean, we live in paradise.
Right, we really do.
We live in paradise. So I would, you know, I would retract, even though it's way up there. But I would agree with you.
Okay, it's
The
not being
beaches.
Switzerland. It's just you're in an addendum.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, which restaurant in the Tampa Bay area deserves more attention than it receives?
Oh, more attention than what Tampa restaurant deserves more attention than it receives? That is more attention than it receives. Okay, I would say.
I'm sorry, I misread it. Which restaurant deserves more attention in the Tampa Bay area?
Yeah, deserves
more attention.
Okay,
Yes.
I would say for me, Cafe Paradiso.
Cafe Paradiso.
Cafe Paradiso is
Interesting.
on MacDill.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, the owners are so sweet and so special. It started out as a restaurant too that just served beer and wine, you know, at the beginning. And now, I mean, it's a full bar. Not that all that matters, but it's grown. The restaurant has grown. Every time you see a lot of interesting people in
Yes.
there, you know, interesting people. I love the family feel. I feel like they make you feel so special.
home, yeah.
And the food, I mean, the food is
Really good.
phenomenal.
It is really good.
Yeah, it is really good.
I haven't been there for several years, but last time I went actually New Year's Eve, which is not my favorite time to go out, but had a wonderful time there. And again, like you're always so welcome there. The food's good. So we don't practice these. We don't like practice. We don't discuss our answers prior to the show. So I don't know what you're going to say. But it's kind of funny that you said Cafe del Paradiso, which is an Italian restaurant on South MacDill in Tampa, and mine is Osteria Natalina, which is another Italian restaurant on South MacDill in Tampa.
Right, and I've never been there.
And I've been
actually.
talking to you about it, and it's in a little shopping center just north of where Redneck Winery is, and it's a small little restaurant. I don't know, they probably don't 35 seats in the whole place. They do not take reservations. Their food is wonderful. It's Italian also. I called. I had a special occasion with some out-of-town company a few years ago, and I knew they didn't take reservations. But I called and I spoke to the owner. And I said, you know, if I give you $50, will you give us a reservation, like that we can count on the time, so we don't get there and have to wait? Because sometimes on a weekend you can wait for 45 minutes or more. It's so good. And he said, Chris, I've owned this restaurant for however many 20, 30 years. I've never once taken a reservation, and people have offered me a lot more than $50. No, I will not take a reservation. And it's great. It's a lot like, I think, the one you mentioned, I'm drawing a blank now, Cafe Paradiso. If they don't have something on the menu that you like,
They'll make
if it's
it.
Italian, they'll
Yeah,
make it.
I know.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
great
that-
customer service. Mwah.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, now we're on the flip side of that. I think we got one that's, which restaurant is overrated in Tampa? Which restaurant is overrated in Tampa?
Well, overrated in Tampa. Oh my gosh, I don't know what this
Do you want me to go first?
Yes, you go first.
Richard Gonsmart is not going to like me. But I think actually Eulalie, which I still like, and I've liked it since it first came, first opened up. But it really needs some sort of a refresher.
Yeah.
The menu just feels stale to me. It seems like they're serving the same stuff today that they were serving the day that they first opened. And I do like to go there. It's really hard to get a reservation there in the season. I mean, you know, during January, February, March, high season time, you need at least 3 weeks in advance planning. If you want a decent time on the weekend, like a 6 to 7:30 reservation, you got to make it 3 weeks in advance.
Wow.
So it's still very popular, but I do
Yeah.
think a little overrated and could use a bit of a refresher on the menu.
Wow. So, gosh, yeah. You know what? That is a good point though with that, because I have had many special occasions there as well, and it's so fun. But yeah, you're right. Gosh, for me, honestly, it's so hard for me to answer that question. But maybe I would say, it's I don't.
You can say McDonald's if you want. That was my second answer.
That was overrated. Well, that one is a really, really hard one because my mind immediately goes though to like the nicer restaurants, I would say.
They have high expectations.
Yeah, like the high expectations. I was thinking of one though. Which one was it that I thought had such a high price point that I was surprised? Okay, so honestly, and Sammy's not going to be very happy with me, or oh gosh, and I love the owner too. I love the owner.
Oh, don't get yourself in trouble, Sarina.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Switzerland, where's the flag?
Where's the flag? But how about, can I say this?
You want to take a pass?
Yeah, can
I'll
I take a pass?
I'll let you take a pass.
Can I take a pass?
I can tell
on
this
that?
is making you uncomfortable.
Yeah, only because I feel, but yeah, I'll take a pass on it.
You could say like, I don't know, the cafeteria at some place.
Oh yeah,
your
that's
kid's
right.
former school or.
Yeah.
It's not really a restaurant though.
Is it fair to you that I take a pass?
No, it's fine.
Because we did discuss the gray. The
yes,
black,
you're
white,
being gray.
I'm being gray.
You need some time to think about it.
Yeah.
How about that? Okay, those are all of the hot takes.
Okay, so now, mine, one has to go.
One has to go.
I do feel bad about I didn't answer the question, but we're okay that I didn't answer it.
It's
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, one has to go. All right. Woo-hoo! The Bucks, the Lightning, the Rays, or the USF Bulls?
The Bucks, one has to go. The Bucks, the Lightning, the Rays, or the Bulls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
USF Bulls.
I will start with, it is not the Bulls. Mm-hmm. I'm a Bulls alum. Go Bulls.
Martin Gramatica and his son.
Martin
His
and I.
son Sneeko.
They're great people. I used to be on the same radio station with Martin. The Bucks, I like the Bucks. I like football. I'm a bigger Dolphins fan, but the Bucks are actually a better team than the lowly Dolphins, who have not won a playoff game in 26 seasons.
But who's counting?
Not me. And then the Lightning or the Rays. So this is a tough one for me because I enjoy going to a Lightning game more than the Rays because I think the entertainment value and I know nothing about hockey. Okay. I grew up in Naples. We didn't have in the 1970s. We didn't have any hockey teams in Florida. The Dolphins were the only thing until the Bucks came around in terms of pro sports. So I do like the Bucks and I like football, and I like. I was talking about the Lightning, but I know nothing about hockey. But it's always fun there. Even someone like me who doesn't really know anything about hockey, it's always a great entertainment value. The Rays, they try really hard, but not as hard as the Lightning. And baseball, to me anymore, is really not that exciting because there is so little actual inter-base play. It's all strikeouts and home runs, there is some. There people are going to argue with me about that. But that's my feeling about it, right? And so I would have to say, just because I think baseball is a little bit boring, I'd say I'd let go of the Rays. Plus, I don't want them having a stadium paid for by taxpayers.
I was waiting for that. So for me too, USF Bulls, they've got to stay, right? I love the Bucks, of course. But I agree with you. Although I love all sports and all communities, and baseball is such a fabric of the USA,
right.
Don't you think?
Mom, baseball and apple pie.
Yeah, 100%. But because of the Lightning, and it's fun down there, and even if you're not into it, it's just fun. And they do so much with kids and families. And so I would, and for me too, the stadium, I haven't really been thrilled with the Rays Stadium,
That's why they want a new $2.5 billion one paid for by you and me.
Yes, and because it's not as enjoyable. So I would agree if I had to choose one.
Okay.
Okay, so we're actually in agreement.
We're in agreement on that one.
Okay, so one has to go. Here's the next one. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I know exactly.
One has to go.
Gasparilla. Busch Gardens. The Tampa River Walk, or Ybor City.
Alessio, why didn't you read my mind when you wrote this question? So read them again.
Okay, one has to go.
Gasparilla.
Busch Gardens. Tampa River Walk, or Ybor City.
Oh man, that is actually kind of tough.
Yeah.
The Riverwalk I think it's nice. I wish that our politicians would spend money on fixing the things that we need, not that giving us the things that we want, like fix the potholes before you build river walks, but I get why they do it.
We knew the roads would come up, guys.
The roads are going to come up. But, river walks, I'm fine with the river walk. Then we had Busch Gardens and Ybor City and Gasparilla. Gasparilla, that's kind of like something that puts Tampa on the map. It's part of our identity. The whole pirate theme, which Gasparilla preceded the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers kind of ripped off on Gasparilla to come up with their logo. And so that's like part of the identity of Tampa. And I think that should stay, even though I'm not a big Gasparilla fan. Like, I don't enjoy going to the parade because I don't like parades or big crowds. So I would leave that one. So then it's down to Busch Gardens or Ybor City. I lived very briefly about 2 years ago in Ybor City for 3 months, and I was shocked. I was just like very disappointed in Ybor City. I lived there just temporarily after the storms for about 3 months, and I could not walk my dog without being on the sidewalk and crossing either an empty bottle of beer, a condom, or drug paraphernalia. And, when we think about Ybor, we're probably just thinking about 7th Avenue, but Ybor is more than just 7th Avenue where the tourists hang out. And even there, we have seen tragedies, like with the police chase last year, and we see shootings, and we see fights, on the weekends. My daughter likes to go down there, and who's 19, and I every time she tells me, I just pray for her, and I say, please don't go down there, because I just don't think it's safe. I'm not a big fan of Ybor. Already from my previous answer, how I feel about Busch Gardens, but I think in terms of what I would let go, you might be surprised. I'm not a big fan of BG, but Ybor City, I could be fine. Let's let Ybor City go.
Initially when I looked at this, even though I thought, gosh, until what you talked about with the parade, like for me, I was thinking, well, gosh, the parade is just a one, I know there's events, a one big day thing, and we have the children's parade too.
Right.
So initially I was thinking, well, maybe that, because these other three are such staples, for me, the Tampa Riverwalk, Busch Gardens, Ybor City. But with Ybor City, I mean, ever since I've been here, and I've been here now for 26 years, there's always hope for Ybor City. Always like this, the renewal is coming. The renewal is coming, and Sammy, who is 19 as well, just like your Mia's 19, Sammy doesn't even want to go down there though. She's afraid. Yeah. She is, and she loves Tampa. She goes, to the Lightning games. Everywhere. She goes everywhere, but she's afraid of Ybor. And I guess I would have to agree with hopes that it could be revamped into something better. Else. Yeah. So that was the one that you would let go, though. Yeah. Based on the way it is today. Yeah, based on the way it is today. I'm proud of you. And initially, I was thinking, maybe the parade, but because it's but it's part of our identity. It's part of our identity. I mean, some would say that Ybor is too, and certainly it is. I'm not trying to discount all the history there. We've got the Germans, the Italians, the Cubans that all settled there. It's a very dynamic community, but it's a dump. I'm sorry. Okay. So, one has to go, right? Okay. All right, one has to go. This is the last one? No, I think two more. Okay. Cuban sandwiches. Okay, Cuban sandwiches. Pub subs. Key lime pie or grouper sandwiches. Oh, hands down pub sub. Yeah. Let the pub sub go. Grouper sandwich, key lime pie, and Cuban sandwich. Those are all part of, if not Tampa, Florida's identity in many ways, shapes, and forms. And pub subs are good, but they're not great. Right. I would 100%. I mean, like with this list, of course. Yeah. So we're in agreement. We're in agreement. We're in agreement on a lot of things today. I know we are. Oh my goodness. Okay, our last one. Okay, here we go. Drum roll. Treasure Island. Madeira. One has to go. Okay. Treasure Island. Madeira Beach. Indian Rocks Beach or Pass the Grill. Oh wow, that's hard. Yeah. Madeira, Indian Rocks, Pass the Grill, or. Do you want me to go first on this one? Yeah, tell me the last one though again. Treasure Island, Madeira Beach, Indian Rocks Beach, or Pass the Grill. Okay. So I'll just go first. Okay, go first. On this one. Treasure Island has to stay because that's where I married Joe Papadopoulos and his beautiful wife, Amber. I am ordained.
You were the officiant.
I was the officiant. So if anybody is interested in having me marry them, give me a call. Okay, so that one, has to stay.
Okay.
I'm going to jump down to the bottom, Paso Grill. So many memories of taking my little Sammy Bammy there when she was, little and she still loves it. Indian Rocks Beach, I also feel needs to stay because there's a lot of great, cute little places over there that I identify with. Another great restaurant that I love, but I get so confused if it's Indian Shores or Indian Rocks, is Villa Galache. The one that I really want.
I think that's Indian Shores.
Yeah,
I think it's Indian Shores.
I really want. I keep on saying, you got to go, you got to go, you got to go. So I think, but Indian Rocks, I think it's so. Even though I love them all, I'm basing this more on my emotional connection. And as of right now, I don't have an emotional connection to Madeira Beach.
I would agree with you on that.
So that's why I would let it go.
I agree with you. Paso Grill is great. Like, it's so cool. It's got such a great vibe. Indian Rocks, I actually used to have a condo down there, and I loved it. I know it well. It's quaint. The cool thing about Indian Rocks is it's got that middle turn lane. So once you get south of Indian Rocks, in between Indian Rocks is Indian Shores, and you get that 2-lane road with no turn lane. And on the weekend and high season, you can be stuck in traffic there forever. And in Indian Rocks, at least, you got the middle turn lane that cars can maneuver around, and you're not stuck waiting on somebody making a left-hand turn. And
that is a good point.
It's really it's the selling point to me why we ended up buying a place in Indian Rocks. And then it's also very quaint. It's not overly touristy. It has a very clean, wholesome kind of vibe to it. I really like Indian Rocks. And then which one am I forgetting?
There was Treasure
Island. Treasure Island's just fun.
And Madeira Beach.
Yeah, Treasure Island's just fun. It's got a little bit of a touristy vibe. It's kind of old Florida. There aren't a whole lot of big, tall buildings like there are in Clearwater Beach. It's more the old school, maximum 6-7 story tall buildings. And it just feels more like old Florida, the Florida that I grew up in growing up in Naples. And Madeira Beach, I don't have any memories of Madeira Beach. It's kind of
Yeah. See, and isn't that something? Sometimes it can boil down to that, because I know Madeira Beach is, of course, beautiful.
Yeah.
Just like we talked about, they're all beautiful. But yeah.
So it's safe to say we will not be getting calls to have sponsorships from either Busch Gardens or the Ybor City Chamber of Commerce or Madeira Beach Chamber of Commerce.
Well, he said what he said about Busch Gardens, guys. I did not say that about Busch Gardens.
I could ask you a really tough question.
What is it?
When was the last time you went to Busch Gardens?
I honestly recently went. My little niece and nephew
You did?
were in town. Yeah, when I said recently, maybe within a year, like a year ago, I took them there, and I had just as much fun.
Yeah.
There when I the memories of.
Yeah. Well, because you were there with little kids. That's different.
Yeah,
though.
I was there
As an
with,
adult, your perspective is different because
yeah.
you're not constantly chasing a kid and taking them to Bert and Ernie World or whatever it is.
I saw it through their eyes,
Yeah, exactly.
and they're
It's different.
little. They're and so in having the going to where the giraffe comes, at the restaurant.
Yeah.
They have a new restaurant there, and the giraffe.
You can feed the giraffe the crackers.
So close to so it brought back a lot of wonderful memories of bringing Sammy there when she was that age. So.
Actually, I don't know if you can feed the crackers there. I was thinking of the Lowry Park Zoo or Zoo Tampa. But yeah, I know where. The restaurant where you can see them. Yeah.
See 'em.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. This was a fun segment. The hot takes and the one has to go. Thank you again to the lovely Alicia Capello who came up with that.
And
got
you
the
got
whole
even her
first and last name perfect.
Yes, it's an inside joke, guys.
Well, it was a fun show.
Yeah, it's always fun.
It's always fun.
Right.
Every story shared
adds another heartbeat to Tampa Bay.
From courage to community.
We're so proud to tell the stories that keep our community strong.
Thanks for watching The Heartbeat of Tampa Bay. That was super fun. That was so much fun.
Super
fun.
That was really, really